Dad, there's people around. You're like, oh, you love me, but not enough to give me a kiss on the cheek before you go to school?
Yep.
And I just did the classic parenting tactic. What if I die on the way to work? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Unrattled. I am your host, Austin Lee, here with my co-host, Jessica Stinson.
Hey.
How you feeling, Jessica?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
How are you?
You want to say anything?
No.
Me and Jessica, so you are aware, had some heated debates before this episode started. And now I think we're going to battle it out here in
We're
the
not.
episode.
Nobody's battling. Nobody's battling.
And I'm also here with my other co-host, Venay Holden.
Hi, howdy.
You're not, I got your name right. I've been working on that.
Venay Holden, yeah.
Yes.
Venay Holden. See, I can do it.
You did it.
That's my government name.
It's like do you want a round of applause?
What
You
did you
got
say
her name right.
What did you say
Holding.
last time? Holding. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Holding.
Yeah, it's astrology. Which one is it?
That's the one.
We can't remember. I can't remember. Anyways, guys, today we have a very special episode planned. This past week was 4th of July, so we thought it would be fun to have some conversations about those times when your kids wanted their independence, wanted their liberty, wanted their liberty deeds, their freedom, whatever it is, when they tried to just stand out on their own, and it just didn't really pan out like they thought it would.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to jump straight into it. Who's got a story? Because we all have those
You want
stories.
me to start? I'll start.
Yeah, will you start?
So this is one of my favorite Jonathan stories. Jonathan was in 3rd grade. So what is that about?
8.
7, 8, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were traveling to Georgia to go to a wedding, and Jonathan was in the wedding, but we were going to be spending, a good bit of time there, like a week. Anyway, he had a project at school due, so we're driving.
How old was he?
He was about 7 or 8.
Okay.
I mean 6 or 7. So anyway,
It was somewhere
7, 8.
around that age.
He was old. It was 3rd grade. I remember because they had started talking about like government and civics things and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And he had a project due, and so he's in the back of the car, and I'm like, Jonathan, did you bring your stuff? Did you bring your book for this? And he's like, no. Why not? Like, it's due. It's due when we get back. You got to work on this. And he's like, I'm on vacation. And I said, yeah, I get it. Like, but you need to bring your book. Like, you have to do this.
You still got work to do.
He goes, I don't have to do that. This is America. I have rights. And I just had to quickly inform
America.
him, actually, you don't. They lie to you. That is not how this works. Okay, I'm sorry.
Now
They
he's probably
really-
like, I don't know what to believe.
Newsflash, kid. That ain't how this works.
Yeah, it's always funny to me when my kids look at me, for instance, when we do chores, and they're like, well, how much you're not doing anything? I'm like, whoa, that's not how this works. Like, yes, I was like, do you know how much we do around the house? And it's like never dawns on them that, hey, guess what? Sometimes you just got to do work. Even if you're on vacation, even if you don't see other people doing work, you still have to do
Those
your
are like,
work.
I think those are the things that we learn in adulthood that are like contribute to the fact that this really actually sucks. You can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to be an adult. Do what I want to do. Nobody can tell me what to do.
Yeah,
Go
right.
to bed when I want to.
Wrong.
Oh, you mean I got to pay bills? Oh, you mean I have to pay for this water? Yeah. Oh, I got to wash the dishes? Why does my refrigerator stink? I got to clean it out? Like just things that you didn't realize, little
Or
things.
just everyday normal things.
And you're like, no wonder my mom was so pissed off. Like,
Oh man, my mom, I had zero clue. I am definitely one of those kids, and maybe Mom, I just want to, if you're listening to this, I am so sorry for never doing laundry, I don't think I folded laundry till I went to college.
oh, that's a problem.
It definitely was like a problem. I look back now and I'm like, I wish y'all would have made me, but we were playing baseball all the time, so she kind of rationalized her mind. Oh, he gets in late, da-da-da.
Yeah, I get it.
But even when you're an adult, like you work all day, you still have to come
do
home.
this.
Yeah,
you still
you still have to-
It's not like somebody's just come do it for you. And so I wish they would have made me do it. But now I look back and I'm just thinking to myself, like, y'all never made me wash. I never washed dishes. I never folded clothes. Dude, I was spoiled in that regard.
Facts.
Now, I will say this. From 6 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night, I was practicing baseball. So,
Okay.
it's not like I wasn't doing anything. I mean, we were working out
Right.
in the middle of the heat and stuff, but it didn't balance out that here's the stuff you do for work.
Yeah.
And then also you have personal responsibilities you have to take care of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got into college and started doing that, I realized, oh, wow, I don't want my kids having that same thing. So
Yeah.
my kids will come home. I was at dance, I had school, and now you're making me sweep the floors. This is the worst day ever. And I'm like, well, if this is the worst day,
Yeah.
you're doing pretty freaking good.
Yeah. Jonathan started washing his clothes in middle school.
In middle school?
In middle school.
Good for you.
Well, because I was like you. Well, my meemaw, I was raised by my grandmother, and my meemaw did everything for me, like laundry, dishes,
Well, because
cook,
them
all
grandparents,
the things. Yes,
love 'em.
but once I moved out of her home into my dad and stepmom's house, it was like, hello, welcome to the real world. And I married my first husband. His mom did everything for him, and so he expected me to do everything for him, and
oh no.
that didn't
No,
go well.
ma'am.
Well,
No,
see, so
ma'am.
here's my thing. I, have an ex-wife and then now married again. I never expected I cook just as much. Like
Yeah.
it's for us, it's seasons. So sometimes I'm doing more cooking. Sometimes she's doing more cooking.
Yeah.
She's a teacher, so she's off in the summer. So she's doing more shopping, like for the girls and groceries and cooking more. But I still do my fair share. Like
Right.
I never expect, like that would just blow my mind to
I
be in a
just-
relationship to expect one side of this to do everything.
I mean,
don't
there
understand that.
there are a lot of people out there that still believe in those like traditional gender roles and stuff. But
I mean, if it works
yeah.
for them.
If it works, that's what I say. Do what works for you. But
No, yeah.
I just didn't want my son
Not
to
capable.
be someone. Yes, I wanted him to know the importance of washing his own clothes.
It shouldn't be an expectation.
He knows how
Should
to
be an
cook. He's a
agreement,
great
right?
cook.
Now we're not talking about kids anymore. We're helping everybody with their relationships. now.
However,
But they are gaining their own independence.
They
by the
are.
things
Yeah,
that they
that's-
do.
I think those are skills that lead to self-sufficiency. So
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what's funny is I was telling Micah, my bonus son who is 17, the dude is very stoic, very quiet, but he is such a good dude. Like genuinely just a good guy. He's a teenager, so he has his moments as we all do. But very, very smart. And I've started making him do things. And I think, like, for instance, hopefully this won't embarrass him. I made him put the attic ladder up. And he just looked at me like, I was like, hey, can you put that up? And he's like, well, you're right there. I'm like, no, do it. Because I knew it's not hard. But if you've never put up an attic ladder, this folds back, this folds this way, and then it goes up. And it's just kind of like you've never done it before. I did it to Bella the other day with a ladder.
you got to kind of figure it out.
Yeah, it's not complicated. It's just if you've never done it, you're like, which way? It's like the first time you open like one of those folding chairs.
Yeah.
It's like, how does this folding chair open?
Yeah.
It's not complicated, but you might break it if you force it to open in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Bella, she was trying to open a ladder and or close a ladder up, and she didn't know where. It was one of those multiple hinge, and I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little miniature ladder, and you can pull the sides out and make it longer, and it's an A-frame, but it can stretch to a extension or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They sell them at like
Your bougie ladder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your bougie ladder. Well, she was trying.
Poor people's ladder just opens up.
Well, I got it because the neighbor across the street wanted to hire me to put on her Christmas lights.
I don't doubt that you need it. I'm just saying.
So I had to buy it. It's just a regular ladder. Leave me alone. So anyway, she was trying to figure out how to like where the pins go. It's not complicated, but if you've never done it. But it's just like, hey, things in life, a lot of times, 90% of the time, very easy.
But you're like poor Bella, you're like jumping into algebra she doesn't know how to add. Like, just give her the simple
I wish
addition.
you would tell her that.
Open.
Yeah, she will tell you
Shut.
right now. I can do that. Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not stupid.
Oh, believe me, I know where she gets that. So it's, She'll learn in her own time.
That's so funny. Venay, you have 2 little girls. One seems to be very
No, she is very independent.
Sarah?
It's every day I hear, I do it myself. I do it myself, Ma. And I'm like, I just literally have to put my hands up. I'm like, I know you can do yourself. But I am here to help you if you need it. All right?
Does it bother you?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Even when you see tragedy coming?
Yes. It does not bother me.
Yeah, that's the dad in me.
And now I tell her, I'm like, hey, I make her aware of what is worrying me and what could potentially happen. And if she
Right.
doesn't listen, hey, I repeat it several times so it sticks too. That helps. She's 2. Almost 3. She'll be 3 in
So hard to believe.
Monday the 15th. So
Wow.
next Monday she'll be 3. That's sweet
How
girl.
exciting.
I know.
That's awesome.
Does anybody else get really independent when they get mad? I do.
Yeah.
Like when I'm pissed off, it's like,
You don't want to ask for help?
no, I don't need your help. I'll do it myself.
I do it myself, yes.
I'll get every bag of groceries out of this damn car. I will like break my arm. I'll move the refrigerator by myself. No, you don't do a damn thing. Like, fine. I don't need your help.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Just because
Yes.
you're mad?
Yes.
Yes.
I've done that
I don't
before.
need no man.
I've 100% done that before. Like, I'm good.
But now that
This would be easier had I had help.
I do have
But I will get the Christmas tree out of the attic by myself.
That's right.
2 broken bones later,
Yeah.
I'm asking for help.
I do have talks with myself now, like, you're really shooting yourself in the foot here. You should let him do as much as he will do because it makes it easier on you. But I still, in the moment, I can't help myself. I'm like, no, I don't want anything from you. You just sit there. I don't want anything. I'll do it all myself. I don't need you. It's fine. Completely counterproductive and self-sabotaging.
I don't need you. I'm good.
But I do it anyway.
All right, so here's the next question. Here's a question. Have your kids gained some independence and it hurt your feelings? Like, you're like, oh, you don't need me anymore.
Facts.
'Cause
Before school shopping.
It's such a double-edged sword because there's been moments where it's like, dear God, can you just not make your own drink? Just make your own drink, because the girls will always, I'm cooking dinner, they're on their iPads or dancing around the house or playing, Bella's into Spider-Man right now, playing Spider-Man, whatnot. And then I've cooked dinner, done all the things, and they get their plate, they sit down, will you make me something to drink? No, I will not. And then I can only imagine the day where I'm like, hey, do you want me to get something to drink? No, I got it. I'm like, I can do it for you.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to come.
Yeah.
There hasn't been really anything that they can't. There hasn't been a moment where it's like, oh, I wish I was still doing that for them. But Bella, when I went to drop her off for school the other day, she wouldn't give me a kiss on the cheek before she got out of the car line.
Ooh.
That one hurt. And
Yeah.
because it's not that she didn't give me a kiss. It's the fact that there's this separation that's happening. And I see it because she's like, Dad, there's people around. And you're like, oh, you love me, but not enough to give me a kiss on the cheek before you go to school?
Yep.
And I just did the classic parenting tactic. What if I die on the way to work?
This could be the last
This
time
would be
you
the
ever
last
see
time
me.
you ever see me. And you would give me a kiss on the cheek. How would that make you feel? And then the better side of me came, and I was like, that's not, I'll be here. I'll be here after school.
Yeah.
Because now I got these thoughts of me dying as she's going off to class, and she's just, actually, she don't care. She'll be like, you'll be here. Don't worry. We're good.
Yeah, she's fine. No, I think mine was the I love back to school shopping.
Oh,
Love it.
I
Like
do
I
too.
still
I love
taking my girls back to school.
I
shopping.
loved it. It was something I always enjoyed doing. And Jonathan, not so much. I mean, he just was never like a big
Jonathan didn't get
shopper.
excited about much.
I mean, it just but Fia and I, it was just something we did together every year, finding the cute pens and the
Yeah.
folder and the whole thing. Like, and then it started, I think it was probably 7th, 8th grade that it was like, hey, can you just drop me and my friends off at the mall and we'll get our stuff? Like, give me the list. And I was like, okay.
See, my mindset is there are some things you can keep sacred. Like, hey, I'll drop y'all off to go shopping for your clothes. Like, but we're doing supply shopping. I think it's okay because you got to fight for those. I think you got to fight for some of those traditions, even when for them, that may not be in that moment what they want to do.
Well,
I get it. You're trying to.
The last thing I wanted to do also, because I I have had that same mindset in other situations, and it's torturous. Like, she didn't want to be there with me. I got my feelings hurt, so I was in my feelings, and then we had a horrible time, and it was
Yeah,
just...
I've been there.
So, I was just like, okay, And I get it. I like to go and shop with my friends, too, and stuff, and get the same. You get this lunchbox in this color, and I'll get it in this color, and we can sit together. And I get it. It just kind of stung a little bit.
I love school shopping because whenever I would go with my friends, we were into one direction at the time. All right, you get Zane, I'll get Harry, you get Louie.
Yeah.
This one's going to be yellow, but it's got Niall on it. And then you get this binder, it's purple, it's got Liam. Okay.
See, she has these experiences.
Well, maybe we should just take friends. We just took Bella to the OWA for her birthday.
Yeah.
And Audrey was with them, and it was actually one of the best birthdays we did because she's 12, but all her friends are slightly older, like in the grade above, because they're in her dance class. And they're old enough to kind of run around the water park. It's an indoor water park, and
she's mature anyway.
Yeah, they're smart enough to and they all a couple of them had a phone, so we gave them the phone numbers. Hey, we did check-in times, but they were just running around and just having fun, and it was nice to kind of have that bit of freedom.
Yeah.
But then at the same time,
it's bittersweet.
It really is. It really is, because it's like, oh, this new phase of your life starts, but then also there's this person that you've dedicated so much time to.
Yes.
And you're
things
want to hold on to
things
them.
Change. The relationship shifts. It changes.
Who likes change?
That depends.
Depends on the
situation.
Depends on the situation.
But it's it's fun it is bittersweet to watch them come into their own.
Mm-hmm.
I had a really hard time with Jonathan. I clearly have
He was your
abandonment
first.
issues, and so I was just
No, seriously, I have abandonment issues.
No, seriously, I do. We all know it. It's fine. I acknowledge it. But it was so hard because it was just he and I for so long. And so as he pulled away, I was heartbroken. It was difficult.
Did it get you?
Yeah.
Does it get you if you still think about it?
But
y'all are
not
still
so
close.
much.
Like y'all still go to dinner and stuff like that, and go to lunch.
Yeah.
Because he'll drive by the office and be like, "Hey, do you want to go get lunch?"
Yeah, we're at he's 27, so several years ago we kind of started that coming back around.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pulling away that starts about 12.
He's got to find his independence.
And I get it. I know that. And everybody talks about how like your teens are hard, and they are, but your 20s are rough.
Like as a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dear God, yes.
So having
In the thick of
experienced
it.
that, yeah. Yeah. But anyway.
Trying to raise a new family, starting careers. The 20s is rough.
Yeah.
You're there.
No one talks about it, too. It's
So-
literally like, I feel like Regina George getting hit by a bus. Every
That's
other day.
interesting.
Yeah.
Regina George, what's that from?
From Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Regina.
No. It was 04. It was 04.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I watched, I had
No,
a
I know what you're
roommate.
talking about.
I had a guy roommate, his name was Cam, loved that movie.
It's a good movie.
He would like, I'd come home and be watching, I'm like, are you watching Mean Girls? He's like, this is a funny show. What are you talking about? It's a great movie.
It's funny.
I mean, speaking of Mean Girls, my daughter was born on October 3rd. If you've seen it, you get it.
I don't.
Yeah,
Can you
explain.
explain?
So I think his name's Eric. He asked what day it is. Lindsay Lohan says it's October 3rd.
Okay.
It's a scene.
It sounds hilarious.
Oh, God, not the movies again.
Gen Z would get it.
Okay. Hope all you Gen Z people figure that out.
April 15th. It's the perfect day. It's the perfect date for a date.
I know.
It's not too hot. It's not too cold. You just need a light jacket.
That's exactly right.
perfect
I
date.
know exactly what you're talking about.
That's also me and Hillary's anniversary.
Oh, that's right. It's the day
That's
before my birthday.
sweet.
Yeah, so we constantly quote that.
That's so sweet.
I should get that made into something and
You
put it in the house.
should. No, you
Mhm.
should. That would be a great gift.
Hillary, don't listen to that part of the episode.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a surprise. Has Sarah done anything to pull away from you? Like gaining her independence? Go ahead.
I mean, yes and no. She loves to explore. I mean, I feel like I have to let her. I can't do everything for her. However, I wouldn't mind helping you out if you need help. My thing is I've had to get her to ask for help when she needs it. Like, hey, speak up if you need help.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
okay. And she has. Phenomenal. Now, however, I mean, pulling away since, I don't know, 8 months old, this girl was trying to do things that she was not capable of yet. Like, she wanted to walk.
Yeah.
She wanted to run. And I'm like, girl, you can't. Like, you're not physically able to, so I have to help you.
Yeah.
And then once she figured it out, she was like, oh, yeah.
That's how Fia was.
She's like, it's world domination at that point. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
From day one, she's like, I'm going to take over the world. Me. That's who.
Who
That's,
rules the world?
Yeah, it's me. Very hyper independent. I think because I'm also a super independent person as well. You know, I don't know if it's like her viewing me maybe, or just me kind of allowing her that space to learn for herself.
Yeah, I mean, every kid is different, so yeah.
Yes, you know, I don't know. It's like in a controlled environment too. Like I'm not really very frivolous. However, it's like because I notice certain hazards, you know, that I
Right.
don't want her to experience that she's not able to, you know, figure out on her own.
Right.
But I want to allow that for her to figure stuff out. And it's very critical in like thinking skills and other stuff that I think it will help her
Yeah.
that I was not really given. I think I was just forgotten as a kid. So I think that's where mine comes from.
I will say something that's very true. Somebody told me early on with Fia, because she has tested my limits from the very beginning. You know, if you put the boundary here, she's going to try to go right beyond it. You know, that's just the kind of person she is. And somebody told me, you know, remember when you're raising a child to be an independent thinker, to be curious, to question norms and think for themselves and figure things out, they do that at home too. Like they're going to question you too.
Yeah.
They're going to push it home too. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's where they feel safe doing it. So cool. Don't test me, child.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn today.
Well, Sarah, actually this morning, we're potty training. We're in the middle of that. This
Yeah.
morning, I gave Sarah some Play-Doh to kind of keep her there on the toilet. You know, she's playing with it. And she drops it in the toilet.
Oh,
And she said, Mommy, get it.
here we are with the poop again.
And I said, girl.
Independence.
I said, I am not getting that for you.
You want your independence? Here it is.
I flushed it down the toilet. And I said, it'll come out the pipes in the backyard.
Stop it.
What was it?
It was Play-Doh. And I flushed it down the toilet. I'm not reaching my hand to get Play-Doh out of the toilet.
What was in the toilet?
There wasn't anything in the toilet.
What? There was just
It was-
water in the
it was
toilet?
just plain
No,
water?
no, like she had used the bathroom.
So there was
So
urine in the
pee.
yeah,
toilet.
yes.
Were there
Urine
any
and Play-Doh. No.
No?
No, she was just
Yeah, I
she
mean,
was just
how are you
farting on
gonna
the
clean-
toilet, and I thought she had. We're getting there, y'all. Which I'm trying to keep her on the toilet with a Play-Doh. Then she dropped it in there. She said, "Mommy, get it." And I said, girl." It's first of all,
It's
it's
like
6
But
a.m.
you flushed it?
Yeah,
Did
Like
she
how
cry?
much Play-Doh are we talking about?
it was just like this much. It was a little bit.
About the size of a quarter?
No, it was flat. Like I made her a little heart to play with while she
So
was
about the
on
size
there.
of a silver dollar?
And she dropped. No, about the size
Because
of a quarter.
our listeners don't know how big this is.
Okay.
Well, if
About
you're
the
watching
size
us
of-
on YouTube, you do. Hello.
Yeah, okay, yes, about the size of a silver dollar, yeah. So, but she dropped it in the toilet, and I'm like, I'm not getting that for you, honey.
And you flushed it.
Yeah, I flushed
I think,
it.
I mean, here's the thing is it's a soft and it can fold and bacteria can stay in there. Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with, yep, that I give that my approval.
Flushing it down the toilet.
Okay.
Now,
If
I
it's
made
a
her
hard
another heart.
toy,
I made her
Can't
another
flush those.
heart out of the, like, Play-Doh. I know, yeah, but I was like, it's Play-Doh. It's going to break apart.
That is true.
yeah, you're good.
I'm not reaching in there for
Soft.
no Play-Doh. But there was, like, a whole thing of Play-Doh,
Oh,
right next to her.
It's Play-Doh. You got more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so
it's
then
not
I
bad.
made her another heart. She
I'm
said,
thinking
I don't want
like,
it.
I'm thinking
I
she,
wanted that one. I'm like, you wanted the dirty toilet water heart?
I love kids that melt down over the dumbest things. Oh, it's so funny.
And they all do.
What did I see on TikTok the other day? I saw this little girl who picked up a chili pepper and was telling the dad, I want this. And he goes, no, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's too spicy for you. She's like, it's not that spicy. She's probably 3 or whatever. It's not that spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, it's not that spicy. It's a little spicy. It's not that spicy. So they get it. They get in the car and she bites it. And you just see her face. And he goes, was that a bad choice? She goes, yeah, that was a bad choice. Is it spicy? She goes, yeah, it's like 100 spicy.
100 spicy.
He goes, do you regret this? yes, I regret this. It's like, I tried to tell you.
I love that.
I think as a dad, that's where I get like my feelings hurt and I can get frustrated. Is it's not that I want to do, like, for instance, one of the things we do to connect is we play like video games or playing Spider-Man or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll try to teach Audrey, which Bella had her moment of being better at me than a video game. Normally it's like, hey, wizard, and she hands me the controller, beat this for me. And I'm like, cool. Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, this is where I shine. This is the one place I kill it in video games.
Not anymore.
And I was struggling on a level because we're playing the same game, but it's summer, so she's at home a lot more. She's further ahead. She grabs the remote, and I was like, I'm on a higher level difficulty than you, Bella. And she's like, no, you're not. And I was like, you're going to die. And I give her the remote. She doesn't even get hit once and destroys like all these guys in the Spider-Man game. And I was just like, all right, today's the day. I passed this baton on to you. You could tell she was
that felt good for her.
very proud of herself.
Mm-hmm.
But
Go
back
girl.
to Audrey, she wanted help on something, trying to figure out the game. And I said, well, let me show you. And I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to show her the hand, like what buttons to hit. And on the controller, she would not let me. And I'm like, Audrey, just let me. No, just tell me. I'm like, triangle, square. That's okay. You hit the circle. All right. And then it's just, so that's where I get frustrated because I'm like, I just want to show you. And she wants her own.
She wants to do it herself.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's like, I don't want to do this for you. I just want to teach you how to do it. But they want to be taught a certain way. And that's where it's...
Yeah, everybody learns differently.
Right, and that's where I get frustrated. And so it's just like, as a parent, that's where I'm growing and being like, all right, you're allowed to do that. This isn't like, and then try to help that way. So I still got a long way to go, though.
Yeah.
Still got a long way to go.
There are a lot of things, especially with Fia. It's from a very early age. I think I've had to sort of like talk to her about like, okay, I can understand why you want to do this, but are you sure? Like, is it really worth... going against the grain? Is it really worth this hill you're going to have to climb? Is this the hill you want to die on? Just think about this now.
Just think about it for a second.
I mean, I'm not going to...
At first, yes, but then after the first couple attempts, they're like, maybe.
And there just have been some lessons. I mean, she has, some strong leadership ability, and she's just very strong opinions, and she's cares about things that like a lot of other kids don't, and so, which I love. However, I can see the road. I know the road is very steep, when it comes to like women's rights and things like that. In my mind, I'm thinking this is very altruistic of you, and very, she has that thing that teenagers have that's like,
social justice.
Yes, the audacity to fight for things being better, which I love.
Right.
And the world needs. This is my baby, and I'm like, I know the struggle. This road is steep, girl,
because you get
it's hard.
It's like fighting is one thing, but learning how to fight properly and like the way to do it, and that is a completely different.
Yeah, and if you do things that, I mean, she's been this way to such the extreme that when she had to do like a compare and contrast lesson in 5th grade, and the teacher gave them like public figures to do. And hers was Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth, who both fought for civil rights, but in very different ways. And I'm like, yeah, this woman knows my child. Fia's very much I got my gun, let's go. She's the Harriet Tubman of the group. Like, come on, we're out of here.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's hard to sit back kind of and watch sometimes. I admire it, but I also know, like, the consequences that come with that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, girl, well, if you go into it knowing that and that's still your strategy,
have fun.
I wish you well.
I'll be cheering you on from back here.
And if you fall, I'm going to be right here.
And I'll help you out. All right, so we're going to wrap up. This has been fun, talking about independence in our kids and how they try to gain it, how we try to cope with it. But wrapping up today, let's talk about, our favorite segment, nap time, which has been really rainy here the last week or so, and I just want to take a lot of naps.
I could use an actual nap, yes.
Physically,
right now, yeah.
could nap right now.
Could definitely nap right now.
So what do you guys, we believe here at Unrattled, healthy parents make healthy kids, and we think to be a healthy parent, you got to take care of yourself. So with 4th of July coming up, what are you guys going to do to kind of kick back, blow off some steam, and have fun? What are you guys up to?
I'm going to go to Mississippi, past Christian. We've got a beach house over there.
You've been there multiple times.
Yes.
You love it.
That's where we vacay, usually on the summer. I'm going to swim, hit the beach, take some family photos.
Watch some fireworks.
Yeah, not have to think about much, really, except for, the banter of me and my siblings.
That was the summer school alarm. I'm sorry.
Gotta go pick up my kid.
Who's in summer school?
Yeah. But no, just hanging out with my family. I love them. However, we all have the same mental illness, and it can be a bit much, but I cannot wait to hang out with them. So
Yeah.
That's awesome. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no plans.
Doesn't sound terrible.
As the one who has to make all the plans
Oh, yeah,
all
it
the
doesn't
time.
sound terrible. Because they'll come to you and be like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? What time? What are we going to eat? Where are we going? And I have to have an answer. I'm the planner. And so I don't have any plans. We're just going to get up tomorrow morning, see how we feel. Maybe we'll go buy snakes and sparklers. I don't know.
Snakes and sparklers are my favorite.
Same.
Joe Dierte.
Maybe we'll roast some marshmallows. I have no idea. I don't know where
We'll
we're going.
figure it out.
Yep.
Well, good luck with that.
Spontaneity.
We're hanging out with some friends of ours, and they kind of have a big piece of property, so we're going to go out there. We just went and bought fireworks last night. He's smoking some food. Hillary's making banana pudding, which her banana pudding is on point.
I'm telling you, we have so much in common, me and Hillary.
So freaking good. She told me, she texted me she was making it. I'm like,
It's one of my specialties.
Super
Meemaw's
excited.
banana pudding.
man, it's so good. I've never had yours, though.
That's good.
You need to make something, bring it up here, because I'd eat it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I like a good banana pudding.
me too.
And then, we're going to do a little different. We're going to do a redneck. We're doing redneck. So I got me like a mullet coming in the mail, and then some America glasses. And
You know what you need to do?
You have a mullet coming in the mail.
You
Yeah.
gotta get
A wig.
some. You gotta get some sunscreen and make an American flag. Go outside. Get
get a
yourself
tan with the American
with
flag.
the American flag. Top tier. You'll win. You'll win.
I don't know if I can do that
gosh.
before tomorrow, but it's a great idea. I might have to try that.
You do use self tanner too. You know it works.
Yeah, come with orange hands.
Use gloves.
Yeah, use gloves.
Yeah, it's always funny when the girls don't use orange gloves and they have orange hands.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is always
like,
funny.
your hands
isn't
look like
it?
Donald Trump. Why did I say that? And both of y'all just looked at me like you wanted to punch me.
Because I do.
No, it's
Are
a
you
si-
offering?
It's a sign
Or-
of growth that I'm not responding.
I don't know. I would respond physically. Let's go.
I'm just saying they have orange hands. Do you not think Donald Trump is orange?
I don't prefer like.
Really? You can't even acknowledge he's orange?
He's orange.
Yes, he's orange. However, I would like to say more, but
No.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, just keep your mouth shut.
All right, this will get cut. All right.
Well, I think we did a good job keeping our mouths shut.
I thought you did great. I thought you
Yeah.
did so good.
Thanks.
Well, guys, that's it for our episode today on Unrattled. Kids are always going to try to gain their independence, and sometimes they do, and it hurts our feelings. But we got to let them go. We got to let them grow up into big humans, make mistakes, and remember, none of us have this figured out. So if you feel like a less than perfect parent, then you're in the right place, because so do we.
Yep.
So we'll see you next time here on Unrattled. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Harmony. That was good.
bye.
That was good.